The story of Cain and Abel comes from the book of Genesis in the Bible and is one of the earliest accounts of human relationships and the effects of jealousy, anger, and sin. Here is a retelling that stays as close to the biblical account as possible. After Adam and Eve were sent out of the Garden of Eden, they began their lives on earth and had two sons. The firstborn son was named Cain, and the second son was named Abel. As they grew, each son took on a role to help support the family. Cain became a farmer, working the soil and producing crops, while Abel became a shepherd, caring for and raising flocks of sheep. In time, both Cain and Abel decided to bring offerings to God. Cain, as a farmer, brought some of the fruits of the soil he had grown. Abel, the shepherd, brought an offering of the firstborn lambs from his flock, offering their fat portions, which was considered the best part. They each presented their offerings to God, hoping to please him. God looked with favor on Abel and his offering. Abel had offered the best portions, showing his reverence and trust in God. But when God looked at Cain's offering, he was not pleased. This made Cain very angry, and his face became downcast. God saw Cain's reaction and spoke to him, saying, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Instead of heeding God's words, Cain allowed his anger and jealousy to grow. He resented Abel and blamed him for God's rejection of his own offering. Eventually, Cain suggested to Abel that they go out into the field together. Abel, unsuspecting of his brother's intentions, went along. While they were in the field, Cain attacked Abel and killed him. It was the first murder recorded in the Bible and a grave act against his own brother. Afterward, the Lord came to Cain and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain, evading responsibility, replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew what had happened. He said to Cain, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." Cain responded to God, saying, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But God, showing mercy, placed a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would harm him. And thus Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden.